Welcome back to Careful Boys. Today, no double news. We're talking about something we learned from our first breakups that made us better partners.
Our first breakup, huh?
Oh, the first breakups. Damn.
Yeah. The first one? Do you guys remember your like massive, biggest fucking heartache ever? Like the very first one, you're like, mother.
Yup. When I got dumped, my first breakup was I dumped her, but my first big one where she dumped me, I was like,
Yeah. I think it taught me to not smother.
Yeah, that's what.
Because you have no I guess like meter. So like the first girlfriend I had, I just showered all my attention and every part of my life and being around this person. And then like after we broke up, I didn't learn it in the breakup. After we broke up, I just started reading our letters and shit that we had to each other, and I was like just disgusted by myself.
Heard that, bro.
I have no fucking life, dude. It's like all about her. And I was just like, that's not hot. That's just kind of loserish. Yeah. And I just learned to just not be like always trying to be around them, always trying to rearrange your life so that you can see them. And then I remember how much my boys were like, dude, you were so whack and gay when you were with her. You know what I mean? Because that always happens if you're still in high school, right when you break up, everyone's so fast to say their opinion. Nowadays, that'll never happen. But back when you were like a bunch of teens, as soon as I broke up, they're like, fucking finally, dude. Like now we have our friend back, you know? And that's the kind of thing that I think
You're a romantic
I think
man.
that's good for boys because if you learn that earlier on, then you're not like cucking your whole fucking life. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
Because there'll be older guys that are cucking, and I'm just like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude? You're like 30. What
And
are
then
you
you
doing?
literally become an incel that way because you
Yeah.
just get mad at like stuff not happening the way that you expected it to. But then when you have a bunch of guy friends that all they want to do is kick it and you don't know how to mix those things together and you're just like, bye guys, thanks for being my friends. I'm going to go fucking spend all my time with this girl that like none of them care about and you don't know how to like mesh your life.
And then she'll
Yeah.
get bored and feel like you're a loser because you're
Everyone
just
loses.
like you're
Yeah.
just fucking tagging along everywhere, and you're just like, "Yes, ma'am, I'll serve you."
Yeah, because
and she's
you-
like, "What the fuck?"
like, isn't she the best? And all the boys are just like, huh? And you don't pick up on it. You're just like, yep, she's the best.
Because it's super selfish. You become a bubble builder, and then when you need things to socially be wider than that, you bring everyone else in at your convenience, and that's kind of like shitty. So
How old were you when this went down?
that's when I was dating my cousin, the girl that from Kathy. Yeah, so that was like
I had no idea.
freshman to late sophomore year.
Wait, you were actually dating your cousin?
It turned out to be my cousin. I didn't know that it was my cousin,
That actually happens?
and it's cousin by marriage. Yeah, with Filipinos it does. Yeah, no, it's like
in-law.
yeah, it's that whole thing.
She was my friend in junior high.
The one that got away.
Yeah, but Joe actually knows her because they went to school together too. Yeah.
yeah.
But that was like maybe almost 2 years of high school. Yeah.
Were you guys banging?
No, we didn't get that far.
They were holding hands though, hard.
Yeah, we hold.
And that's Christian banging.
It's
Dude,
Christian
this-
banging.
When the fingers
Bro.
lock like that, dude, that's like home run.
And
for
the fact that
Christian style.
like that would exhilate you to the point of you could get a heart attack is
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
Dude, I wish I could get sensitive like that.
Cutie.
That means the system works, dude. SDA system works.
You fucking calm, like.
Dude, you're probably leaking a little bit.
I just want to
Dude.
hands every day.
Leaking.
My biggest heartbreak was so that the story that I tell is when like I got sent away to Army and Navy Academy, the military school, and I was getting like a bunch of trouble. And my girlfriend at the time was like goody two shoes. I've always been like attracted to like goody two shoes. So she was like cheerleader. She was like on the debate team, all that stuff. And then, but because of me, our summer lifestyle was like, imagine like 15, 16-year-old kids waking up in random strangers' homes and stuff, like in Arizona, San Diego, whatever, because we're just going raving. And it's just so fun because you're so in the moment. But then when I got sent there and I think she had a break, she was able to self-reflect and go, dude, what am I turning into? Because I'm like on track to being a really good candidate for a good school and go on that path. And then I'm like fucking degen like this guy. And when she broke up with me, that was the first time that I really realized like how, like the quality of a person that you can be with is highly dependent on the quality of person that you are. And I didn't really see that because I think, you know, when you're a kid or whatever, you're so outwardly thinking, you just go, auga, I want that. But then it depends on like what's your fishing pole, what's your fishing line. Like you can't catch a fucking shark with the big 5 kid or whatever, you know. And that was like one of the first things that I was like, oh shit. Because like we're talking about yesterday how like I've always been like focused on marriage and like marriage material, and I'm like, if I want to marry someone that's marriage material, I need to be marriage material, and I don't think marriage material is like dropping E in Lake Havasu. So
Just not every weekend. Every once in a while.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. And you learn not to be a fucking fuckhead early on and take. What was you were in high school?
That was my second junior year. But it still took a long time.
Junior year.
Yeah, that's when I repeated. That's when I repeated my junior year. Yeah. That was my second junior year. My junior year in high school, and I was like, nah, I just had time to think about it. But then it's like I don't have the discipline or willpower to go 180, so it took like a long time to still like. Ugh. But then it was something that I was trying to strive for now. I gotta fix my shit while still going, but I gotta like, I'm making lots of money selling E, so I gotta figure out how to keep doing that.
Still a businessman.
Dude, Nick, have you ever experienced like heartbreak though? Since you've
the girl he was dating before.
I thought, for some reason I thought Tiff was your one and only, and you never dated anybody else.
It's hard to even call it dating, right? Because I started talking to this girl. And it was funny how it all happened. Like, I think, like, I thought, I was kind of interested in her. My friend was like, yo, she's interested in you. And I was like, a girl that finally likes me back? What the hell is this? So I was like super hyped. And much like Ryan, I was like, everything I knew about relationships was coming from movies and shit, right? It was very idealistic. So once again, I was smothering the shit out of her. I was like, I love you. You're, you're my one, like shit like that. And she was definitely not that kind of girl. She was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck is. Yeah, she freaked the fuck out, which I totally understand. To the point where she was like, yeah, I don't think we should talk anymore. And I was like, yeah, it's okay. I still love you. Things like shit like that.
Oh my God.
And I didn't realize till later on in my life where I was like, oh yeah, like I just was like just caught up in the moment, and it was like, it was good that I learned how to get that first relationship out of the way because I definitely didn't handle it properly.
Were you crushed though?
Oh, I was crushed, bro. I was crushed. You do the thing in the shower where you just slide it. And it was like I remember one time we went out to eat with my mom, and I just was like, I can't even eat right now.
I know that feeling, dude. I know that feeling.
Yeah, bro. Oh, man, dude. It's like everything was so like, yeah. I was so sad about everything.
Been to me.
Yeah, bro. It was like every cliche out of every movie you could think of. Like your boy did it. Yeah, and I just was like, and I became very cynical of like, women. I became an incel. Incel phase. I'm never gonna find a partner, dude. Like I'm a lone wolf. If you don't stand beside me, you're an enemy to me. Just everything you could think of as a junior in high school, my first junior year.
I remember one of the gayest things I thought to myself, like during like
there was a lot of it,
like
dude.
Crazy heartbreak, because it feels like when you go through crazy heartbreak, it feels like someone turned down the desaturation on your life.
Yeah.
I remember going like, I can't even look at rainbows the same anymore.
Oh,
So
that's
dramatic.
really-
Yeah.
It's 5 different shades of gray.
Exactly. They're just all shades of brown. That's all it is.
That's a bad one.
In the symbolism
dude.
you see in the music, you're like, I gotta turn this song off. It reminds me of her.
Yeah. And it was so funny because this is the first time I realized, like, and on the other side of it was like, I was really angry with this girl. I was so mad with her. And we still shared a locker at this point. And I just started calling her like names. I was like, you're a bitch. I was like, get out of here. I was like, don't fucking talk to me. And she liked me more after that.
Oh, shit.
She started to, what? And we started to like talk again after that.
Oh my God. It does work.
And it was, and that blew my brains as a young. It blew my brains at this point, to the point where she started being like even more interested in me, and I started trying to talk to somebody else, other like ladies and stuff, and I was talking to Tiff.
Oh man. And she was like,
and then
"Oh,
she
I
was
really
like,
want
yeah,
that
bro,
now."
it was crazy. It was crazy. And yeah, that moment after that, I just realized, I was like, oh yeah, there's something going on here. Once I figure this game out, dude, this is going to be very important for me as a male. But yeah,
You didn't really have to figure it out because you got.
doesn't apply.
yeah, but later I just like, it took me years to look back and go like, oh shit, just because I was kind of mean to her, it kind of worked. So if I started with that a little bit, if I called her a bitch off the top, maybe
You'll find out you're a simp later.
yeah. I could hold off that I'm a simp, dude. But it was crazy. It was a crazy realization for me.
Learn like shit the first 15 years of dating. Like the first biggest heartbreak was when I went to Thailand with my church and shit for like a month or so. And that was back then when you didn't have, it's hard to call international and then like there's no real payphone. There's no way. You just gotta wait. You can't see them for like, and a whole month being away is like long, right?
That's crazy at that age. Fuck yeah.
At that age, it's massive. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was excited to talk to my girlfriend at the time when I got back home. And then she was like, I gotta tell you something. And then I was like, what happened? She goes, I lost my virginity when you were gone. And I was like, that was like,
God,
me,
bro.
dude.
Best piece of news you could have got.
What?
Yeah, at 14.
Oh
14.
my god.
Like 15 or 16. She was older than me.
Were
though.
you guys broken up?
No, we were together.
Oh my god.
You're like, I've been gone for 1 month.
She's like, you didn't even call or write me. And I was like, bitch, I was fucking traveling. I didn't even know how to go to a Thai post office.
You were ministering the Lord's word.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, that fucked me up. And she goes, oh, I want to try to make it work. And I was like, I don't know if this could work.
Damn,
because that
lost
shit
her
hurt me.
virginity while you were that's a massive one.
My first breakup. I mean, my
That's
first
massive.
heartache. Yeah.
And she was trying to make it work after. That's sick.
Yeah.
Good for her, man.
Well, I was conflicted because I still fucking loved her. And then I was like, what do I do? And then like,
Let me put it in your butt.
dude. And I was just mad because I'm like, you let this fucking other person had it, and I haven't had shit yet.
Who
And then,
was
like,
it? Who was the other guy? Just some random?
Yeah, they're not even together. I think they're just hooking up at a party. I didn't even
Oh
want the
my
details.
God,
I was just like,
how
this is fucking
sad.
crazy. Yeah,
Say,
but
tell me the details.
no. Somehow I was just like, let's just try or whatever it was. And then and then we went to the movies. And the first time we like saw each other and shit, like she basically gave me a hand job and a hickey, and we just got back.
Really?
That just got me back. Like I was like, dude, that was the first girl who touched my dick. I was like, wow. And then I didn't come. I didn't know how to
I
come.
do this now.
I got some experience.
She goes, it's not as big, but you know.
Yeah, I could do it.
Dude, that's all it took for me to forget everything is getting my dick touched. And I
That's
was,
such kid brain, dude.
That's all I need.
I was like, dude, I got my dick
At
touched.
that age is like electric. Yeah, that.
fall out. Don't even look at it.
Don't even remember how we broke up after that or like how it fizzled. I just remember that time and in my first time getting a hand job, and I was just like, yeah. And then she did a couple times too after that, and I was like, dude, hand jobs are so fucking cool. But I was too scared to like have sex with her, and I had this rule of like, I'm only gonna have sex if she's a virgin too. But she already broke that rule, so we're never gonna have sex. Yeah.
You broke up with her after you got your hand job?
I literally don't even remember how it ended after that. Dude, I got my redemption I got my payback through the hand jobs. Yeah. And what did I learn? Absolutely fucking nothing, dude. All I knew is it felt good to get my dick touched. And then I want more. Yeah, that's all it was. And I was such a simpleton. At 14, I don't know any guy that actually thought things through.
That's fair.
All the way up
That's
until I was
true, yeah.
in my 20s. In my 20s is when I started probably thinking about my actions.
Mine, I learned that she's not, you don't have to force her to be the one. You know what I mean? Like you're going to, you just take it slow. Like she doesn't have to be the one. Like we'll find that out as we go. Like I go into a relationship with the intention that she could be the one, but I don't have to force fuck it into like she's the one. And that was big for me because I was really just trying to make that work.
I think same.
Because you're in love with the idea of being in love.
That's it. But we got to go because Can's adding a bunch of North Face jackets to cart right now.